responsible. The blood is on their hands. The blood that they're doing right now in Passover landed right in their hands on yesterday. And we want to make sure that we stand with the family as they go through this process time and time again, that we stand here. And we call for no justice.
No peace.
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 Say his name.
Shaheed.
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 At this time, we were going to have Mike Tucker from the late Your Guns Down Foundation. His son was murdered similar the same way 12 years ago.
That's right.
On the streets of Brooklyn.
That's right.
But similar the same way as this young man was murdered. They're trying to show us a video, and letting the video show that he had a shower head in his hand, and he was pointing at different individuals. But what they failed to realize is that he was dealing with a mental health individual. He was not in his right state of mind. What they didn't do, and what they ain't showing you, is that when they got out their car, they fired their gun. They did not say freeze. They didn't say stop. They didn't say put your hands up. They didn't say drop that. They just shot and killed him. And that's what they did to Mike Tucker's son. Let's give him a hand as he comes. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. This is hard. Once again, we stand here. Another family experiencing the same pain that I felt on November 4th, 2005. We stand here today. My message is a Mayday. I'm sending out a Mayday because we're in trouble in Brooklyn. We're in trouble in Brooklyn, I say, when our people, our brothers and sisters, are being shot down for no apparent reason. We understand that the man had a mental issue. We understand that this can be fixed by having officers in the community that know the community, not floating people around. You understand? Our community is hurting because the incidents keep happening. Where's the justice for every brother that's been killed before this brother?
That's right.
And then y'all wonder why the community is outraged.
That's right.
They feel disappointed.
That's right.
They feel that they can't get no justice.
That's right.
They feel that there's nobody to give them a solid answer on why this keep happening.
That's right.
Can somebody please tell me why 50 years after the greatest tragedy in America that we're still dealing with this?
That's right.
On the anniversary of King, we have to stand out here and deal with this. We say enough is enough. We're not going to have it anymore. At this time, we will have the state senator of this district, Jesse Hamilton.
I just want to thank everybody for being here today. And Shaheed was a young man that was taken from us before his time.
Right.
And how many times we have to hear the same story over and over again? Eric Garner, murdered, unarmed. You know, Eleanor Bumpus in the Bronx, grandmother shot in her home. You know, and I just want to say we have to change what we're doing, how we're responding. Because people want us to come out here and protest and say, you know, that we're venting. But we're mad. Too many of our young boys and girls are being murdered on the streets. And we have to stop this with legislation to make sure that police officers take mental health courses.
Stephen Clark from California, his grave ain't even closed yet, and yet we got another black man dead. This must stop. We will be here until this nonsense stops. The police are racist. This is nothing but racism. Whether the police was black or white doesn't make a difference because the victim is always black. That's what makes this racist. They're not killing white suspects. A white kid walked into a church and killed 10 people. He walked out and they took him to McDonald's to congratulate him. A young white kid that's killed some kids in the school, he walked to the precinct. We want this nonsense to stop. People are saying that the police are fearful and scared. Don't come in our community these days. We want people in our community who know us and are not afraid of us. We're tired of them justifications that y'all using solely to not be accountable for this. We will be here today, tomorrow. The police officers who committed this crime will help you will be held accountable.
But a lot of the community leaders that we have out here, they go along with them. Only time that you see all this type of stuff is when something bad happens. Other than that, y'all ain't no way around.
This is not
I'm tired of
an issue whether it's black, white, or any color. This is an issue, not a system issue, and a systemic issue that has to change.
Yes.
And we are joined by our brothers and sisters to deal with this issue. At this time, we will hear from our brother, Mr. Lipkin.
I'd like to thank everyone for coming out today. I had to come down here. Today is a Jewish holiday, but when a young man who lives in my neighborhood gets shot down for nothing, 3 blocks from my house, I have to be here. I have to show my nation my anger, because he is a friend. He was a member of my family. He lived in this neighborhood. He lived right next to us. You can't let this thing happen without grieving, without pain. The young man died for absolutely nothing. He picked up a broken piece of pipe from a broken plumbing fixture and pointed it at someone. What should he get for that? Certainly not what he did. It's outrageous. Everyone should be here, from every race, from every color, from every religion. We can't stand this. This is beyond. God Almighty does not want this. The 10 Commandments says, thou shalt not kill. He was killed. He was killed on our streets in front of us.
What do you think we should do?
Do whatever you have to make it stop.
What do you think?
Do whatever you have to make it stop.
What do you think we should do? Huh?
That's disrespectful, brother.
What do you think we should do? You've been here too, right?
He said, do what you have to do.
You've been here too, right? I can be disrespectful. A family member got shot on my side, and y'all saying, yeah, the system. You standing there right there, the system is standing in front of me.
And they doing shit.
They ain't doing shit. So I ask you, what should I do?
Now they lock up the fucking
What should I do?
They doing
So I do
shit.
something crazy?
They doing shit.
You's got to call the police. He's not the police.
But we got community leaders standing next to him.
But if it was a fucking cop, if it was a cop that got killed, if it was a cop that got killed, they would have been out here marching. The medicine. Teach your fucking kids, bro. Teach your fucking kids, bro. Keep talking. That's all you do.
Now who's gonna do that training?
bro?
I have a question. Who's gonna do the mental health training for black men in this community? Who? Who is gonna do it? Are you gonna get somebody from outside my community to come and talk to my black men? Okay. Okay, there we go. Let's go. That's where we stand. Fucking stand. Fuck, man. All this bullshit about, oh yeah.
When do we want it? What do we want?
Justice.
When do we want it? No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
No justice.
No peace.
Say his name.
Shahid.
Say his name.
Shahid.
What's his name?
Shahid.
Say his name.
Shahid.
What's his name?
Shahid.
Say his name.
Shahid. Man, why the fuck can I be innocent? For some reason, they can shoot us. Bang,
That's why you like
bang,
to put on the
and they tell us,
media.
hey,
Back that shit the fuck
hey,
down.
don't do
That's
that.
why you like to put on the media.
This ain't just be fucking peaceful.
No interaction.
Bang, another one goes. Bang, another one goes, and he was innocent. He was innocent.
He didn't engage them. He never engaged them. He never engaged them. Everybody in the neighborhood know who he was.
Who's gonna do the mental health training? Somebody from outside of my hood that hasn't been here, hasn't experienced this pain. We experienced financial violence, fucking physical violence, fucking the threat of racism. We got all that fucking shit all fucking day. And you talking to me about, oh yeah, you work for the fucking system. You got politicians right there. Talk to them. Change the rules for them, not us. Always get changed for us. Always. Cameras go up in our neighborhood. Don't go up in white people's neighborhood.
It's not political.
What's that, brother?
It's racial.
What the fuck is that? Cameras going up in their neighborhood. Don't go up in our neighborhood, right? That's right. Go up in our neighborhood. Don't go up in our neighborhood. We get charged every fucking where we go. And then we on the fucking edge all the fucking time because we ain't got no money in our pockets. And then we do something crazy. Y'all call us crazy? Fuck that shit. Fuck all that shit.
We're tired, man. We're hurting, man. My heart is broken.
We all fucking hurting. We see blood
broken, man.
And y'all like, man, oh, the sister got it. Fuck that shit. What the hell? We've been experiencing year after year after year, and another young black man dies in my fucking neighborhood? Fuck that shit, man. I lived a clean life. You can check me out. Fucking got my degrees in everything, brother. I got my degrees in everything. People know me in my neighborhood as a good man that works hard for the fucking people. Hard as shit.
Nobody. Negotiate with them. I swear to God, if I was in here, he would never die. Yo, this is heartbreaking, man. Come on, man. All these shots, man. What happened to the tasers, man?
I gotta be polite. My
happened to the tasers that
dumb
they
shit all the fucking time. But I gotta be polite? What the fuck?
Come on, man.
My president does
fair,
dumb
man.
shit. And he's the fucking
dying out here. SOS!
Save our streets!
SOS!
Save our streets!
SOS!
Save our streets!
SOS!
Save our streets!
Stop shooting!
Start living!
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 How serious are we?
Very serious!
How serious are we?
Very serious!
How serious are we?
Very serious!
You shot your officers or whoever officers shot him 9 to 10 times with that shot. Why shot him more than one time if he's already not moving? He's twitching.
There's a lot going on.
And that's a child talking to you. That's a child talking to you. I understand that, but you should have shot him in the arm or leg. Even if you had a gun.
If you want to come down,
Let me tell you something. Anytime you see all here, anytime all you walk in, and all you see police stop, all you put all your hand up, don't look for no camera.
Put your hands up! Put your hands up! This behavior is not going to be tolerated. Oh, he walking away because he has no other excuse. Yes. Let me move. Let me go home. Let me go away. This is our community. If we don't do anything, then they're always going to keep doing this. It's too close to home for us. No, it's not going to be.
No matter what, they're going to always.
yeah, I am very shocked and appalled.
I'm very shocked because he's a very good person. He's mentally disturbed, but he's very good person.
He has his right
He's a
senses.
good guy.
He has his right senses. Like he could talk to you. Like this
You knew this young man.
I just seen him.
Oh, I went to school with him.
I seen him before it happened.
I went to school with him.
15 minutes before it happened, I seen him. 15 minutes before it happened. Like, it just hurt me. I'm walking down this way, I'm seeing everything blocked off. I get down where I'm going, and that's what they tell me. Like, what? I just seen him. This is crazy.
Every day, every morning I wake up, I take a shower, and I know what a shower head look like. So I don't have to shoot 10 bullets at a young man.
After I beat him up. Why would you beat him up?
I don't have to
If he
shoot
didn't
bullets
you
at a
before
young
you
man.
Before I reached to
I
you,
know
if I didn't
what a
shoot
shower
you,
head looks like.
why would you shoot me?
I
don't
take
have
a
nothing.
shower
if that's the
every
case.
day.
You come
I
beat me
know
up
what
and
a
then
shower
shoot me?
head looks like.
Like, come on.
I know what a shower head look like. I take a shower every day. And that's a shower head. And this my dogs. And y'all kill my friend for no reason. And that's my dogs.
After you beat him up, you gotta say that.
After y'all beat him up.
Beat him up first.
For no reason.
Beat him up first.
Y'all kill my friend.
Who does that?
I take a shower. Every day I take a shower.
Get to me, I'm
3 times a day. And I know what a shower head look like. So there's no reason for you to shoot him. I know what a shower head look like. Gang shit.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, my name is Marlon. I'm from Crown Heights. From Notion side though, but we all in the same community, right? No question. So say Saeed one time. Saeed. 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 Now here's the thing. When I came out here, I saw police on the roofs. And I saw them create sort of like an encampment around us. And what I'm gonna say about this is one thing. There's another mistake that just happened, is what they will tell us.
Right.
Whether it be a wallet, Skittles, a pipe, a cell phone, we made another mistake. We understand why folks want to turn up. Be clear about that. We understand that. You have every right to be upset about this. This young brother hung out right here, got killed right across the street from where he sat down. Lived up the block.
5th grade, bro.
This man experienced trauma in his own block. So when we hear them dudes over there talking, we understand that. Because they're reacting to a very irrational situation right now. You can't get mad when people act irrationally to irrational situations. We can't have more mistakes. Mistakes hurt. When you do it one time, you might be able to say sorry about that. When you do it a second time, maybe you might be able to say sorry about that. But we have a community of black and brown folks around this country that have had hundreds of mistakes. Thousands of mistakes. We ain't the first to be standing here to have a rally about some brother, some sister that was gunned down unarmed by the police. This is not the first time. We stand on many people's shoulders here, so we understand why you're upset. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. What we are ultimately dealing with right now is hurt. Cats is hurt out here. They hurt. They knew, they saw him yesterday, he not here today.
Sisters and brothers, I'm never surprised when an unarmed black man or woman is killed at the hands of the NYPD. But I am outraged every single time. Sisters and brothers, we gotta ask for things. Justice has to be specific. So let's see what it is that we can do. We're standing here today demanding that the New York Police Department fire every single officer involved in the shooting of Saeed. That's number one. Then we want the Brooklyn District Attorney to indict and charge every officer involved in the killing of Saeed.
Everybody talk about elected officials don't be in the field. He's in the field. It don't matter if the camera's there or not. I done been walking the streets with Councilmember Jumaane Williams when there was no cameras, just to see what the community needed when there was no cameras, when there was no shootings. So you gotta understand there's people who are here for the cameras and there's people who are here because they care. Thank you, Jumaane.
Peace and blessings, everybody. Peace and blessings. Well, I'm glad you're here. I'm sad you have to be here. I just want to make sure I shout out Councilmember Alika Ampry Samuel, whose district we're in. She's over here. She was on the floor. She was on the ground last night. All of us were just called in to the 71st precinct to get a briefing about what happened. Their side of what happened, and we saw videos and we saw a bunch of things. And I just want to make a few things clear. I'm not here to talk about whether a shooting was legally justified or not legally justified, because it doesn't matter. Both of those things never lead to the accountability that we want to see.
That's right.
The question I have is whether this shooting should have occurred or it should not have occurred.
That's right.
That's the question we should be asking. And in the reports that we saw, there was a lot of things where I believe a system failed Saeed. We heard some 911 calls. Some of them said that there was possibly a person with a gun. Possibly. Two of them talked about acting crazy, not in his right mind, that kind of language. The only thing that was translated to the officers was an armed person. There was no translation of possibly, no translation of the person acting erratically. Those are the type of questions as a council member I have to drill in on. Why are we failing this person? So yes, the cops are the ones that shot him. What happened up until that point? Why was Saeed failed? And why is the failures always occurring in the black and brown community?
Exactly. Exactly.
The question that I always have, if you are given the same set of circumstances and change the complexion of the skin, would the results be different?
That's right. Yes.
And too often if we look across this nation, the answer is yes. There was a man that walked into a school with a machine gun and killed 17 people. Yes. He is alive today.
Yes. Yes.
A man went into a church, shot and killed the pastor and people there. Not only he was alive, he was offered McDonald's on the way to prison.
That's right.
The question is, why in our communities do people have to end up dead? That is the question that I have. And I have a right to ask that question. I have a right to get honest answers, truth answers, and accountability. And the problem I have is, whether it ends up being justified, not justified, whether it ends up expendable, not expending, there is never justice in the black and brown community.
No, ever.
And that is the infuriating part that we have today. Now I always, and some folks don't want to hear it, I always try to understand that the police are human beings as well. And what did they know when they got to the scene?
They're trying to kill us.
But again,
they know we was black.
Why has it happened differently in other communities? And this is the last thing I'm going to say because it's important. About 7 months ago, Dwayne June was killed in my district. I asked for the most minimal of things, a task force to see how we are dealing with emotionally disturbed people in our communities. The mayor's initial response was no. I was infuriated. How dare you say no when someone is dead in my community and I'm doing my best to make sure the conversation is constructive. Other council members joined me and asked for that task force. Finally, the mayor said yes. He was going to do it. 7 months have passed. We have no task force and no answers about how we're dealing with EDP in this question. I want every person in the media here to ask the mayor, where is the damn task force he agreed to? And we have another person who's emotionally disturbed in this community, and we have questions about the entire city. Stay angry, brother. I'm not even telling you not to stay angry. The only thing I'm going to be out here is try to say there's no violence, but all is peace and calm. We don't get response from peace and calm. We get response from noise and disruption of the status quo. So I'm not out here to tell people to be calm. I'm not out here to tell people to be peaceful. I'm out here to say, please don't be violent. Please don't wreck up the place. But make as much noise as you possibly can until we get the questions answered of why policing is different in specific communities. That's the only question I have, and it deserves an answer. I repeatedly say the name of Zaid, I repeatedly say the names of everyone whose lives we lost, but we have real answers about what can happen to people in our communities, what is happening from the time the call comes in to the time the person is shot and killed. That's all I have to say. This is not about cameras, this is not about political correctness, this is about trying to understand both sides. And all I know is if you're black, with the same set of circumstances, you are more likely to end up dead, and that is the problem that I have. This is the council member for this area, who's been on the ground, who's working with the family, Councilwoman Outrage Samuel.
All right, family. All right, family. So I'm not going to stand here and do a bunch of talking. That's not what I'm here to do, because I'm angry and I'm hurt. This is my family. This is my community. This is my hood. I'm right there on East 98th Street. I grew up on East New York Avenue. This hurts. And so I get it. Like, everybody is pissed off. You're supposed to be pissed off. Because enough is, like, I don't even want to say enough is enough. Like, I don't even want to say that. Like, this right here, we had a young man a year ago, right here in this same district, Erickson Gomez, 21 years old, mentally ill, minding his business in his family's house. He came outside, the police said that he grabbed that they baton and they just straight killed him. Like, no one respects us. We are not respected as a community right now. So if we don't turn around and do something now, like, the time is now, the energy is now for us to be able to literally make sure people respect us. We have to demand it. And so I get what my council member, my colleague is saying about, you know, we need to be, it's a peaceful time right now. And, you know, we need to actually look at the mayor and tell the mayor what to do about this task force, right? But we need to make sure that we stay angry. We need to make sure that we stay in these streets. We need to make sure that we're doing something and holding people accountable. I just got to City Hall in January, and I'm not trying to be quiet. I'm trying to hold people accountable for bucking us down the street. Like, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And so, I'm here with you. I'm here with you, family. I'm here with the organizers. This is real, and we're gonna make sure that we hold people accountable, because this is just ridiculous.
I ain't say be peaceful.
Oh, you didn't say, yeah, you didn't.
Yeah, he definitely did.